In the name of Jesus, I rebuke every demon inside of you. Rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Let it out. Let it out. I rebuke in the name of Jesus. Oh, let it out, princess. Just let it out. Don't hold it in. Don't hold it in. Fuera. 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 Reprende. Reprendo toda malicia.
Rabble Rabble show, I got chat with them and make them chat for it. It's your girl Leah here, and right now my day for drop a hot mix up. Tell me, what would you do? Rabble Rabble, straight rabblings.
Community is now wounded and hurting following the brutal murder of two teenage cousins whose bodies were discovered on Sunday at Cotton Tree, West Coast Berbice. Dead are Joel and Isaiah Henry, aged 16 and 19. The teens' bodies were found with chopped wounds to their heads, and one of the teenagers was found with his throat slit. Both bodies were found between the bushes in the backdam. It's unclear what triggered the incident, but the bodies were found at back of a coconut farm. A missing persons report was made with the police after the youths did not return to their homes at Number 3 Village, West Coast Berbice. After the report was made, residents formed themselves into groups and started a search for the youths. It was during that search that the gruesome discovery was made.
After we decided to walk over 3 miles, after finish walking 3 we go over to the other side of the big, open out big bush. And something just gave me momentum and intention that something about here. To see it happen, I was praying all the time I was walking. And I keep on walking, I walk into the first guy, oh God. First thing I could see was, on the back like this, just over here, so. The old throat pipe here, how much inch you gotta take it all on and push in his stomach. All the chop is so cruel. When the police come after, and the police we didn't see head, they got a chop on the head, giving you that is an X. A big X. Chop in the head, chop in the whole body here, nothing didn't happen. But the head and the back neck the chop. The next one where we find the chop at the back neck, put the same X on his face. I don't know what political message, what message they're sending, but they send me a message. And it was unfair to 2 young men. And every 2 young Indian man went into a black village like this, and black people go and see them, they would never ever do something like this.
We searched the whole area in the backdam, where the boys end up in the thing. We find the coconut bag, as the people that say the coconut bag, and the slippers. We find an area where they had a scraffle, like the boys are trying to escape and people circle them. We find an area like that. While searching in the backdam, the rest of the boys them called me on the phone and said that they find one of the bodies. We end up and go over where the bodies in the bush. We see no blood, nothing in the area, but the bare body. We decide, everybody decides, say, well, watch, we're going to left and come way. I said, no, we got to start for the next body. I see a bush cut and lead to an area, and I go straight to the area there, and we find the next body. With the next body, he back break, he neck break, he forcing into the woods. And we left and we come out, and the police take it from there.
Well, Saturday night, but after 10 to 11, my mother rush because it's number 5, right? Yes. My son was, my another son, come home. I say, yeah, for real? I say, man, he wasn't there some way. He come in the morning or late, more late in the night, right? I say, right, man, yesterday morning, all day, when I come here, like the man find in again, so I go in the back dam and they had a long by. When I come out back, nobody will find me. We had about 70 body behind the searching too. Woman, man, everybody supporting here, telling you, nobody is thinking. When we go down there, we ask this by Shano, how he alone talk is like he a part of the story, right? But it's only who feels it is knows it. And this one guy, now we standing up for you, right, buddy? Because what? If black people still taking this here, so all of we churning dead out, nobody ain't gonna get justice, but it's all they get for send out. Thank you, brother.
This development angered residents who began to protest, calling for justice. Residents blocked the road and set fire to the debris that were placed across the road as they pressed for their demands to be met. Over the home of the boy's parents, Gail Johnson said her son Joel Henry was full of life. She last saw him on Saturday morning when he left home to return, but he never did.
He was a very loving person, very loving, caring person. He always hustled to try to help me. Whatever he can do. Weak, I'm stressed out. I can't explain my feelings. I'm very discouraged, I'm sad.
Isaiah Henry's father became emotional when he spoke about the death of his son.
This is not about all these things here for me, but this is for justice because of my son, innocent life that go in the backdam. They could have considered these two youth, young youth. They could have considered these people, these youth get family. They could have considered they get friend, maybe girlfriend or boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe people that could have responded. They could have beaten them or injured them, carry them, punish them, carry them at the station. There is the right thing I should have done. But seem to the fact that this man by the name of Shano is a very rich man, I consider myself that money is not much for him. Money could not be enjoyable for him. This place, you get a man by the name of Johnny. We call him Wani Johnny, Wanan Johnny. Die right at the back there. You get a boy named Sono, one named Johnson. Die right at the back there. And they find them skeleton. But because of the grace of God, and I pray that I found my son, and I with determination with the community, number 5 right down to Rosignal, to number 5. We come together and we knock a sword, friends and family, neighbors, Indian and black. Everybody come out and support us in this search. And I found my son. When I found my son will tell me, because he's the first one went to the search to discover them in that area. Because we decided to go in that area. And he found him and he called me, he said, he cannot walk. And I started to give God praise that he's alive. But when I get to the scene, he wasn't alive. They slit his throat. They crucified, the brutal murder. Cut his throat very deep. Take a hex on his face. Chop his 6 chop. Plus he get the X there across the eye on his face. One of his eyes was open.
While residents vent their dissatisfaction with the murder of the 2 teenagers, Commander of Division 5, Edmund Cooper, said the police are doing everything within their power to bring the suspects to justice.
Situation like these, we have to handle it with tact, a lot of tolerance, and ensure that your leadership qualities is being exposed to the maximum.
The Police Major Crimes Unit from the city has moved into the area to take control of the investigation, and they were greeted with protests. The crime unit were eventually allowed to pass to conduct their investigations into the brutal murder of the cousins.
Rabble Rabble, no fear for tell them say you hear it, so remember for like, share and subscribe. Straight Rabble.